Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to look at adding Bluetooth to my Jeep Cherokee, or Liberty as it's known in the US. It's a 2003 car and it's got the original stereo, which I like. However, and it's got steering wheel controls as well, which I don't want to lose. But I do want to add Bluetooth and MP3 functionality to it. But I didn't really want to pull the proper unit, or the original unit should I say, out of the dash. So I purchased this thing, and this is a T11 it's 12 volt 24 volt Bluetooth, hands-free and also MP3 player, and it connects to your car stereo via FM transmission. Now this, I think it was around about £10 in the UK. I was a little dubious about how well it would do, because I've used FM transmitters in the past to varying effects, and it does very much depend on the power of the transmitter for using it. So anyway, I purchased this, and it's quite a nice clean interface now. I'll show you what we'll do is we'll have a look at this, and then we'll take it to the Jeep and I'll just go through how you use it. I've been using this for a few months now, and I have to say it really does do the job. In fact, I went on a journey, I went on a family holiday and we drove to where we were staying, and my son was in the car probably about 4 or 5 car lengths behind us, a bit more perhaps on the motorway, and he could even pick this up on his car stereo on the radio from there. So it's certainly not weak in transmission at all, but if he went further than sort of 6 car lengths away and dropped back, he lost the connection. So certainly for in your car it's fine. Now what we've got here is the channel button here. You've got a nice illuminated screen. You've got a channel button here, and that's how you set it to a particular radio channel on your car radio. This here selects whether it's, in terms of what it outputs, whether you use Bluetooth and stream things from your phone perhaps. You can direct connect out of here into your car stereo if you have a 3.5 auxiliary jack, and it will also take a micro SD card, so you can fill up your micro SD card full of MP3s, put that in there, and that'll play. And that supports cards up to 32 gig, so you can get a lot of MP3s there. This track down, and you got the volume here, and this is also a press button for mute, unmute, and also answer and cancel calls. It's flexible on its mount. If you were mounting it in the center console, you could mount it like that, and you can tilt it for whatever angle you need, which is quite useful. And that is indexed as well. It's not just sort of flopping around there, and it's quite tight, so that is quite good. You've also got on the side here 2 USB sockets. Now this one here you can plug in a USB drive full of MP3s, and it'll play MP3s off of that. And this one here is a charge point. So what I do with this is when I'm on a long journey, I use this to connect to my phone, which is in a cradle on the dashboard, and that charges the phone, and it outputs 2.1 amps, so it's a pretty effective charger. As I say, I've been using this now, I would say probably for about 4 months, and it's not had any problems at all. So let's go to the Jeep and have a look at it in use. Okay, so we're in the car, so let's plug it in and just push it straight into the power socket. There we go. One thing I didn't realise is it does seem to have a some kind of voltage meter on it, although I'm not sure it really reads particularly accurately, but in any case. So I'm plugging it in. Now this button here is the M button. That selects your sort of music input option. So at the moment it's on the SD card, and that cycles through SD card, the Bluetooth, and as soon as you plug it in, it will start searching for your phone or Bluetooth device. So if that's operated, it will automatically connect. Direct cable connection, so that's via the socket on the side here, 3.5mm jack, and that is a straight connection in, and then cycles back round to the SD card, which goes in the side here. Now this here is for channel, so press channel, select whichever channel that you want, and I've got mine on 87.5 because in the UK that's a fairly empty channel. And then go to your radio and tune that in, and then that'll be straight in, and it transmits there. So let's just turn that down. This here is track up, track down, and if you long press on that, then what happens is it goes right the way through back to the first track on your SD card. So if you want to go straight back to the front of the track, then that's an easy way to do that. This here is volume control, and it's also pause track and unpause, and if you're in a phone call for your hands-free kit, that's also answer call and cancel call as well. Now the sound quality, I have to say, is just as good as any other Bluetooth device. I find it very good. The stereo in the Jeep that I've got is pretty good. The speakers are shot, and that's something I'm going to be doing once I finish my shed build, is doing a repair kit on the standard Jeep speakers. So they're a bit shot, and I'm only using the rears really at the moment. So I can't really give you a good indication of what the sound quality is like, but trust me, for the for such a little device, it's just as good as you know, in terms of transmission quality. There's no real, well, I wouldn't say there's any discernible loss of quality through Bluetooth and the FM. Now what is interesting is, because I've knocked out two of my speakers and I can't turn the speakers up very low, what am I talking about, very high, if I just turn that up there and pause that, I don't know if you can pick that up, but there's a very faint sort of frequency buzzing, but that's on this on full volume and this on full volume. And in this car, if the speakers actually work correctly, you wouldn't be able to have this on full volume anyway, because it would be pretty uncomfortable to sit in here and listen. This was I think £10 or £11, excellent value for money. If you want to upgrade your standard head unit to include MP3 and Bluetooth, this is an excellent way to do it. I would thoroughly recommend it. On the side of the port here you have your USB that you can plug a USB key into with MP3s on, and this one here also is the same, but this is a charging port, so you can charge your phone or device with this as you go. Now I've been using this device since June of this year, so we're now in November. It's been used every day, sometimes for several hours a day on long journeys, and it's no problem at all. The track, when you turn it off, turn ignition off and it comes back on, it remembers the track that you last listened to and it plays that from the beginning. So that's quite useful. You don't have to scroll through multiple tracks. So that's the T11 Bluetooth device. I like it, I would recommend it. So that's the end of that little review there. So give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you're new to the channel, then why not consider subscribing, and I'll see you on the next video.